Hi guys, and welcome to a making of video. So this is going to be like a making of the tutorial for the 1/10 scale Imperial Star Destroyer. So it's going to be the first time I've ever done this. It's going to be me showing you guys how I split up this tutorial, how I actually do it, how I write it down, all that kind of stuff. Because I know I've had it in the past and it might be quite interesting. So the first thing I've done this morning, so I did an update video this morning about Star Wars. It's probably going to come out, well, it's the 20th of January today, just to give you guys an idea. So this is almost going to, as well, going to be like a diary of me actually doing it, I guess, but we're showing stuff. So yeah, it's the 20th today. I also like these, look, Jag time and Z time. So that's Arius. So we got the 20th today. So it's 8:24. So for the last, I think, let's have a look. I've got it on my other screen. I did make a video this morning at 7:25, so it's taken me, well, that was about 20 minutes, so it's taken me about 40 minutes to do some edits. I'll show you guys what I've done with the edits. So I was looking at the ship. Whenever I do a tutorial, a big tutorial, I always have a quick look over. I only finished the Imperial Star Destroyer 1/10 yesterday, so it was on the 19th of Jan that I finally finished it. But I was not happy with this bit, so I've not been happy with this bit at all. I then had a look at my 1/10 victory, and I saw how much it was pushed back. So if we have a look at that, God, it's just too slow to fly around, isn't it? That's the problem. So if we have a look over here, there we go. That is a lot more pushed back, so I was just like, well, why don't I push it back? So what I've done, and this is the good thing that I can show you guys, I've got it on, this side is the old way, and then this side I've pushed it back, which enables me to, I had to put in a couple extra slabs and stuff, but it's enabled me to put in that layer, and I think it looks a lot better, it looks a lot more defined, it looks a lot bigger as well, that section, that kind of like bit between it. I can't show you on the picture because I just remembered I've got the video thing. It's also accentuated this bit where it gets cut out, so if we have a look at both sides, you can see there, that is cut out, and you can kind of tell that it is, but it's not majorly, whereas this one's a lot more cut out, and it's also smoothed in, and the same with this one here. So I've done that. I've also added in, there was a couple of slabs that are missing that I showed on that update video, added in those on the main one, and I've also just put in a slab up here. I'm still not sure about this block right there. I don't know if I'm just going to do this instead. Possibly, yeah. Maybe I'll just do that instead. We'll see. The other thing was at the back, we had a couple bits where it was not angled right, so I've ended up, editing this, and I've edited that completely. But that's pretty much it. There's not too much else that I've needed to do to it, so that's always good. Really is. So what I'll do next is I grab it into MC Edit, I'll make a schematic of it, and I'll start splitting it up. So, yep, I'll get up that and put it on the screen, and then we'll start splitting it up, and I'll show you guys what I... So here it is in MC Edit. So MC Edit is a free program you guys can just download. It basically enables you to open up your worlds. Don't want to show you too much over there, but you can at least now see the size differences between all of them. There we go. So we've got the Acclimator 1/10, Venator 1/10, the Imperial Star Destroyer 1/10, which is what we're going to be splitting up the tutorial. And we also got the Victory 1/10. See, with the Victory, the angle is so different, but they still have the same kind of light shape. This was what was the most difficult part of it, and actually I think I've done quite well on it to get this to work. Same with this one as well, it's the same kind of thing. So the first thing we kind of do is we just need to grab it. It's as simple as that, we just need to grab it. So in MC Edit we'll grab this whole thing. God damn it. Flying around, there we go. Grab that. And we just make sure we get all of the entire bits and bobs of it. Every little bit. And also underneath here. I'm going to turn down the view distance because you can see stuff in the background that I don't want you guys to see yet, because I've been messing around with it, but I've not built it. It's not finished at all. Alright, there we go. Okay, and oops, that's just brought that in on the side. I did not want to do that. I want to bring that to there. Go underneath, bring this down. I need to make sure, I think this is the lowest point on it. There we go, so that's the lowest point. That's all got that in there. This hasn't got a wing in it. Actually, before I need to do that, because I've made those changes to the side, I need to actually half it. So let's do that first. So let's find the exact middle. There we go, got the exact middle. And we'll get this side as well. So we've already got the bottom of it, which is nice. Fly to the front. I think we've got the tip. Yep. So what we'll do is we'll copy. We then grab that. Oh, I'm getting used to it again. Grab that into there. We do a mirror, and we also make sure we do copy with air. whenever I redo anything or recopy it onto the other side, I always do it about, or I delete the entire thing. But this is just make sure it's exactly symmetrical. This is the good thing about MC Edit. There we go. And I just line it up to make sure it's on there, and also just do a quick check on the other side. But I'm pretty sure it's lined up. Yes, that looks good. Otherwise, it'll be like that or something. Or that, you know, it gets really weird. So we just import that. There we go. That will at least apply. So these side bits are now in there, which is exactly what we wanted. So if we now grab the entire thing, and I don't think we need to do anything else. I think we got all the bottom in, haven't we? Yeah, we got all the bottom in, all the sides in. I'll just make sure that I've got that all like that, and then I just do a copy. Now down here I've actually got the dimensions of it. It is showing that it's 162 wide, but it's not. It's 162 long. Wow, it's actually, I didn't realise that if you hover over that, but it's 548,856 blocks. That's quite a lot. So this one is, and I've tried to make it to scale as possible because I always try and get some lines out. 162 long, and I just write it down literally on another piece of paper. 77 wide and 44 high, and that's what I do for that intro section. So once we've got that, I do an export, and I save it in my Star Wars stuff. And I've actually already got a version of this, so I think it's just going to be Star Destroyer Imperial 110. So you can see that there, and I'll just overwrite that one. Right, next thing is we go onto chunk view, and we jump around, and we find a nice free space, usually over here. This is where I usually do tutorials. So I've just got a big flat world that I just use. So if we just wipe this out, I don't know if we've got any flaws on this, have we? Yeah, we have. Right, well, let's clean that out as well. So just delete that. So I've already done a tutorial on that house, I think. I really hope so. If not, I've just ruined it for another day. Right. Let's grab that bottom bit. There we go. Fill and replace. Grass, just to sort that all out. Right, what directions can we go in for this? Probably going to be... Yeah, so I like to build... Well, which way do I like having the front? I haven't done this for ages. I've probably got one still split up somewhere. Probably over here, actually, is going to be even better. Because that's really long and goes that way. Let's do it over there. Right, so if we go over to here. Big flat space. We'll be building it probably on the other side. So if we just rotate this. Do I usually do it that way? No, I usually do it facing that way, don't I? Yeah. That's me trying to remember everything. Most difficult thing, right? So we don't need the air. But what we do is we move that forwards. So this is my base model that I always use next to it. So I'll be building it right here. So if we import that, I'm also going to change and move my player. Which for some reason mine's all screwed up because I've had multiple people in this world before. So I'm still remembering them all. It's weird. There you go, do a save, and then I have to basically split it out layer by layer. So I'll delete this half section. We've got this one here. Put that in there, import. Then what I do is I drag this up one, and then do delete blocks. And that'll give us the first layer. So the first layer is tiny. But then we can put this right next to it. Oops, I'm going a bit off angle, aren't I? That'll be fine. It's probably going to be a bit weird. I don't know how I'm going to do this then. So 1, 2. Oops, that's 3 of them. The other way I do it is by counting these ones. So it was 44 high. So I've gone into floor, so go 1, 2, so it's 42. Delete that. There we go. That's better. And at 41, I literally go all the way through this until it's done. And it does take quite a while. So we'll see how long it actually takes. Because you guys have got a good... you should be able to see my screen. So 41, what was it? 40 now? Yeah, there we go, 40. So you can see it building up layer by layer, and this is how I cut it up. So it's 8:34 now. So we'll have a look at... I'll kind of like join you guys after I've got this bit done. So it's taking its time. But once I've got that, I'll show you what my next stage is for splitting it up. This is probably one of the reasons it takes so long, is because I've got to do all this extra work before even placing down a block for you guys. So let's go on to that next bit. Okay, so we're now on the flatwood, so I've split it up. It is 8:41, so I've actually only spent about, well, 7 minutes, but I've not done it all. I've only got to layers 25, and that's because I've run out of space. Because this thing's so bloody big, I'm going to have to split it up into, you know, I'm going to have to do this again. What I do next anyway is, and this is mainly to keep it in track, I literally just write down the layer number. So I usually do it in light blue wool. I don't know why, this started a couple of years ago when I started doing it in light blue wool. It's just the way that I do it, and I literally just number it. There's a reason for that, because as I do the tutorial, I then delete these layers. So if I do 3 layers, I'll then delete these layers, and I'll move everything across so it gets closer, so I don't have to travel as far to figure out what's going on. And you'll kind of see what I do later on. So if we go for 3 here, and sometimes I do, sometimes I write all of the numbers, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just, because it goes too far. I think this one's going to go too far, so I'll probably do 6 of these, because it's not going to be too bad to get to layer number 6, but you can see how it builds up and how it gets busy. So there we go 4, now we get 5, like that. And I'll literally just continue on doing this for a little while. I'll just go to 6 for now, and then when I move it across, I'll show you guys that as well, because I really want to show you guys how I actually split things up. So if we fly over here, you can see why I'd move it along, because just flying is just too long. So what I'll do, if we get all the way down here, now layer number 1's going to be stupidly easy, but you'll be surprised, it's going to make things difficult, isn't it? Because we're going to have to create this like gap here. So layer number 1 is literally just a cross section of slabs, so that's nice and easy, but it'll tie into everything else. So we have to, what I do, I'm actually going to go on to a different view for you guys. Right, so now we should be on my full screen as well. So if I actually open up something like Word, there you go. What I ended up doing is, oh, go away. Right, what I ended up doing is doing something like this, where I just get layer number 1. I don't usually do this in Word, but it kind of works. So we just get cross of slabs, and I'll just do it like that. Then layer number 2. That's gonna be nice and easy. So we're just gonna do it, and I usually do these. I usually write down 3 lots of layers. I do it in writing instead, and there's a reason for that, because on my other screen I'll usually have a screenshot. So this one I don't need a screenshot because it's pretty obvious, but layer number 2 I'll have a look at, and I'm actually gonna turn off shaders because I usually do. Layer number 2, what we've got is, right, now this is where it starts getting complicated, where my thing does. I usually do it, obviously because I write it down, it's a lot easier, but I'll then have a look at this, probably do something like this if I'm doing it on one screen. I have got 2 different screens. What I tend to do when I'm doing a tutorial is I have this one where I'm recording for you guys, which is the main screen. That's my main screen. My other screen, which you guys can't see, I can show you guys, but it doesn't flip right. I'd have to then stop the video and start again. I'll then have like screenshots and stuff like that, and then usually I have a piece of paper in front of me telling me what these numbers are. So this I'll transfer into numbering. It's just that otherwise I have to set up another camera to show you guys what's going on there. So what I'll do here is I actually do something called like this, and I'm gonna have to do something really weird here where we get superscript. That's the one. What is it? Control Shift plus plus. Okay, so what that means is, well, it's going to be forward by 1, so F by 1. I usually don't do the, I literally usually do F1. Let's do it exactly like I do it. I think that's the best way to do it. So I'll do F1, which means forward by 1 of the last layer. So this last layer is just across, so we go forwards by 1 and we got 3 across. Then what I do is if I have a comma, that means it's a new line, and we'll just have 3. So that little O means going across this way. If it's not got an O on it, I use it as not having that at all. And then what I'll do is I'll do a 3 O again. So there we go. I'll just superscript that, or yeah, superscript, isn't it? Yeah. So I'll get 3 O. So that'll be this 3 O going in. Actually, what I need to do as well is I need to switch this into blocks. So front blocks probably, and I usually do section it out like this. Front blocks. That's not working. No, that's fine. That's exactly what I want. Well, that is. Maybe that's not. Wait a minute. What's gone on here? Why is it not liking it? There you go. That works. Right, front blocks. So we got forward by 1, 3 across. Then you get 3 going that way. then we could actually write instead, do in as well. I'd probably do for this bit. Then we get the front slabs, and front slabs, that's going to be forward by 2 this time, right? So you get F2, but you get 3 going across. So we get this exactly the same thing again. I'm just going to do this for the first 2 layers, just so you guys get an idea of the pain that I have to go through. And again, this is why it takes so long. So we get 3 across, and you get 1, 1, and you get 3. So there we go. So that's nice and easy. 1, 1, and then 3. And then we get in 1, 1, then 3 with an O on it. So there we go. 3 O, like that. And then I'll know to fill in because I've done the blocks part of it. So I'll do these 3 going across here, 3 going across there, 3 going across there. Whatever is from the last layer. So what I would have built would be this. I know that from the last layer to this bit, because I only do the outline of the blocks, I'll then have to fill these in later, so I'll just interpret that. Same with the outside of this. If I did it this way, it would only be like that. So then I know that from the block to the outer slab is all slabs. So I'll do that. The next bit that I've got to do is count out this block. So I usually use, well, you can just do this. So I'll do that. Get my wooden axe there. Put that there. Put that there. That's 28 blocks. So I usually use World Edit for this. So then next bit, I'll just do 28 block gap, and then we'll get the back. And this time it's going to be slabs first, then blocks. So it's going to be a bit different. Now with slabs, you've got upper and lower. So I end up writing this down a little bit weird. So I'll just deselect that because that's going to annoy me. Back slabs. And what we'll do is we'll have 3, 3, 3, 3. So 4 sets of 3. So we'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all on upper. So 3, 3, 3, 3. And then what we're doing at the back is we then connect on here. And we do 2. Going the other way. This is where it gets weird, right? So then I use a C to say connecting with. So because it's in the comma, what I do is a comma is a new bit. So you go 3, 3, 3, 3, and then because we've got C, which means connecting onto, 2 going across, and that means that way. But I would actually have to put, because usually 2 and across means going out to the side, so I'd have to do connect in. So connecting onto that 3 here, you go inwards, and you got 2 showing on this side. So that's where I count those 2. So I get C in. Then what I have is 3, right, so then comma, 3 across, 3 across, and these are lower slabs. So there we go. That's what I get. So that's how I would then describe these ones. 3 across lower slabs, right? And I might even do 3 times 2. Whoops. This is the problem with Word. God damn it. Times 2. Lower slabs, right? So that's at the back. 3 times 2. Now for this one, I would probably take a picture of... I'm more likely to go wrong on this because the other one's a circle, so I'll take a picture of it. So I'll just take a screenshot. That screenshot will go on my other screen. So I've now just got the back blocks to do. Back blocks. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2. So we've just got 4, and then 2. And that's it. That's all I need to know, because I know that I've already done this bit, and I know that anything's inside this circle that's like either the 2 or whatever, we could actually put on here 3, 0. So we could do connecting in with 3, 0, but, you know, doesn't need to. So that's what we'll do. Then what I'll do is I'll literally just tutorial it. So I'll jump over here. Grab the materials. So this is where I'll start. Fly over. As you can see, I'll put the other screen, the other one on the screen. But you can see how long it's just taken just to write down 2 layers and get it quite clear for myself. As taken, well, it's been doing this for almost 8 minutes now, and that's very, very simple. The longer layers can take me up to half an hour just to write down, so it's pretty bad. But that's just how it is. There's not really too much I can do. So if we just grab these 2 blocks, so yeah, I'm going to write this down onto normal. I'm going to do a couple layers. And I'll show you how I shuffle it across and show you where I am. What I'm going to be doing as well, obviously, is it'll be on Twitter. Oops, I don't want to do all this. What am I doing now? But we'll see how it all goes anyway, guys. I'm going to get onto the tutorial. I'm going to start doing stuff. The other thing I do that I forgot to actually mention is and this is on the editing side of things. This is where I just dump all of it. So all my Shadowplay Raw stuff goes into here. I'm actually using Bandicam at the minute, which I don't know if you can even see it, or if it hides it somehow. Got Bandicam up here, so I'm using Bandicam these days. I just had some audio problems with Shadowplay, so I've just kind of given up. So this is where I just dump everything. All of these ones right here are all to do with this video. So what I'll end up doing is doing something like, I don't know, ISD 110 behind the scenes, isn't it? Behind the scenes P1, which means part 1. And then I've got like an order, and I'll just literally just copy and paste. And I always just abbreviate things, and then when I bring that into the editing world, then you guys will have a look. I'm also going to be in this kind of behind the scenes showing you guys the editing of the entire Imperial Star Destroyer as well. Even if I show you little bits of it and it comes out before the actual main tutorial, I'm not really too sure when this is going to come out or come out after. But this is the video we're currently doing. You can see it's going up in size as we keep on talking. So I just get it all dumped into there. For the Imperial Star Destroyer, you can see I've got bits and bobs like the NX. I need to delete that really because I've already done it. Victory class lit 110, so I'll end up, this is actually quite a good example. This one I didn't actually name it because I just did it off the times, but I usually do, and I have my Sony Vegas what's it called, file inside here as well. So I'll end up creating a new one for the ISD, so ISD 110 tutorial, and it just keeps it all neat, and then it means that I won't delete anything because it could take me weeks or days. Means as I go through these, like these for example have been done now, they're all edited and they should be up, so I can delete those quite happily, and I can also delete those little files that it creates. So I go through, and every so often I just completely clean this file up. So yeah guys, I'm going to get onto this. I'm going to have to write it down as well on a piece of paper instead. I'll get that screenshot up, which, there we go, I'll show you what all I do. Literally all I do is grab that, there you go, that's it. So if I put that on that screen, there you go, you can see. I'll just shove that on the other screen. Sometimes I'll do something similar to when I'm doing like what I've been doing with Folktale, where I have, you know, multiple pictures up. That does happen quite a lot. I'll just have them up like in multiple sections, especially with the more complicated layers. But most of the time I can just do it. So I'm going to get started anyway, guys. Yeah, it'll be quite interesting to see what you guys think of this video as well, so it's probably going to be a massive long video, so let's get on to that. Okay, so I thought I'd just do like a kind of stop take type thing. So I've just finished layer number 4. I thought I'd show you guys what I've done. So I have scooted over everything. So this is just like a general process that I do, is just like I was saying before, with MC Edit I just grab it and I move it all across. So there you go, there's layer number 4. We did have 1, 2, 3, and then I can keep on going. This will move in closer, and then when we get to the end we'll start adding on more sections. So how long has this actually taken me? It's taken just under an hour. So if we have a look at my video footage stuff here, so this was the last behind the scenes one. That was date created was at 8:43. It's now 9:44. So it's taken about an hour. So in an hour I've recorded the beginning part where I just say, you know, how many layers there is and all that kind of stuff. So it's just audio really, and then we got layer number 1, 2, 3, and 4 there. That has taken an hour to do, which includes all the counting and everything like that. And there's only 18 minutes of footage, so that'll probably get cut down again to about 16 or maybe even 15. It depends on what I can actually cut down on it. You know, it really does depend on how good it is, and sometimes I have to come back and I have to redo it. So yeah, about 20 minutes or 15 minutes work does take about an hour. This is what I was talking about with it taking so long. So yeah, I'm just going to continue on going with this one, and hopefully we won't make any mistakes. If I do make a mistake, I'll probably do a recording for the behind the scenes stuff, just so that you guys can see how I correct it and how I figure it out and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, you can see the size difference between the two. If it's taking an hour to do that, once we get to this point, it's going to take so long, probably like 20 minutes per layer or something. It's going to be a very, very long video. Anyway, guys, I thought I'd just show you that so that you guys get an idea of it. And, yep, I'm just going to continue on. I'm probably going to have a quick break, as I haven't had any breakfast yet, so I need to get some breakfast and probably another coffee, and then we'll get back into it. So yeah. Alright guys, so I'm just going to show you exactly what I do. So I've just finished off layer number 6 for, obviously, the ISD thing that I'm doing. I just wanted to show you exactly what I do when I mean by moving down, because I know I just mentioned it, but I was thinking, well, I haven't actually shown you guys what that even means. So the first thing I always do is I always name the next one. You can see I haven't done the naming for the rest of them. So then just literally drag this, get a good selection on it all. Make sure I get all of it in. Including the Corellian Corvette is starting to appear as well, because I'd shoved it into that schematic, which I shouldn't have done. I should have, you know, kind of changed that, but it's fine. Right, so if we then grab all of this, and we have to go for quite a fair while. This is the problem with these big builds, they do go on forever. And it's also why I need really open space, because as you can see, these aren't like straight, they're not, like, not in the same place. But it doesn't matter too much, it doesn't matter at all. Right, there we go. So that's the end of that. So that's as far as I've got to. So I literally just grab that up. Oh, that's all gone wrong. Right, grab it right to the floor. But don't grab the actual floor. Keeps on thinking I want to grab the floor. I don't want to grab the floor. No, I want to grab... No, I do want to grab the floor now, but I want to grab this side. There we go. Grab it all the way over to there. Don't do that. I want to see the orange, yeah. I guess once I've got the orange, top level as well, just raise that up a little bit, make sure I've got it all. So I think I have. Yeah, it looks like I've got it all. It's a problem you can never quite tell. So I've done it before, I've moved it all along, and I've like missed out big sections. So here we go. Right, so there we go. What I also do is I always not move that. See what I mean? This is the problem. See these technical difficulties that I have doing tutorials, right? So I grab it right to the end, do a cut, which is copying like 6.8 million blocks or something, because it includes air as well, so it's not actually 6 million blocks, that would be ridiculous. But there we go, replacing those with air, and no, it's not 1,000 blocks it's replacing, it's way more than that. Has to be, there's like thousands of blocks everywhere. So then we grab the entire thing, and we try and plonk it down roughly where it should be. And we have to move it along a bit. I think it's also in the floor, isn't it? Yeah, it's definitely in the floor. So we then raise that up a bit. Try and get that. Nope. Why aren't you liking it? Come on. Raise it up. Not like this. There we go. Right, okay, so if we get it to there, that's it. So that's it raised up. Also move it, scoot it along a bit. So I'll use the nudge for this. I'm just going to move it over just a bit to make sure I don't cut off any of this. So there we go, that's the next layer. So they'll do 7, 8, 9. And then when I get to 10, I'll then move it across. I usually do it in sections of 3. It gives me... I seem to find that it's the right amount of break for me to do it in 3s, especially with these big ones. If it's like a smaller ship, or smaller anything really, that I'm building, aircraft or whatever, I can do it in bigger bits like 5s. But with anything that's ginormous like this... has to be the other way, and then you have to save it, and it takes a little while to save, but it's absolutely fine. You just wait until it does it. But I just wanted to show you guys that. So yeah, I'm now on to layer number 7. So I'm just going to pretty much get onto it and just keep on going. Yeah, we'll see how it goes, really. I'm going to see how much I can do today. Today's my only day off. That's the problem with this. With any of these big builds, once you get into a flow, it's not a problem. If you're not in a flow, it's so difficult to do it over, say if I've worked like, I don't know, a 9-hour day and then come back, try and do an hour, you know, make some tea or whatever, make some dinner, eat it, go upstairs, try and record for an hour, and then I've got to stop, you know, because I need to go to sleep. Which is actually what happens, pretty much. So it's a load more difficult. So if I can get through to the bulk today, that will kind of show what happens. Then what I can do after that is, yeah, if I can get through today, if I can get through half of it today, which is 22 layers, I think, something like that. Yeah, 22 layers. To be honest, if I can get to here, if I can get to this layer here where it's just the bigger structure, then it'll start getting simpler, because it does start to go in quite a lot. But we'll see how it goes. Let's keep getting onto it, and yeah, let's keep going. Alright, so we're now, well, it's now 12:21, so I'm going to go grab some lunch. Now 3.5 hours into like recording since I started doing the tutorial. So I've now got 9 layers out of 44, so not doing great. I've got 1 hour of footage and it's 93 gig. So this is all we've got right now. So yeah, we've got 1 hour and 2 minutes. It's 93 gig in total. So yeah, that's going to be fun. What I think I'm going to do while I'm getting some lunch anyway, I'm going to end up putting my Star Wars update video, which hopefully you guys have seen, which you should have done, to render. No, wait a minute, that's not right. Go away. Yes, I want to cancel it because you've done something wrong. I need to save it, really. Progressive scan. There you go. It's better. So I'll kind of like with video, it does have to build like, it's almost like building its own thing. I don't know what it's called. But it has to build up a doobery. What's it? So that will leave going. And no, we don't. Just do it. There we go. So that'll start building itself up. So that's to do with my update video, and that's going to take a little bit of time as well. But I usually do this kind of thing while I'm going out to get some lunch. So, well, not going out to get some lunch, going downstairs to get some lunch. So I'll also put the rest of my other stuff on there. So that'll be sat there for a little while. Yeah, knackered now, but I'm going to keep on going and see if I can get. Hopefully, my plan is to, just like today, the 20th of January, to get most of the way done. We'll see what happens. Really, it just takes forever. I mean, we're all the way. Good news is we're almost at halfway, so I know I'll be able to get to the halfway point. Well, I call it the halfway point with Star Destroyers. It's not the halfway point, which would be like here. Really, the halfway point is probably like up here because of the height of it all and the amount of blocks. But once we get through that, then it's less of the building just random blocks. It gets more difficult because it's all much more interwoven. But yeah, guys, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, you're enjoying this little these kind of weird behind the scenes video. Yeah, we'll see how I go after lunch and see how much I get done. So yeah. Alright guys, so pretty much finished for the day on the 20th of Jan. It is, well, it's only at 8:15. It's not too bad. I've spent about 7.5 hours recording this one today. Got 16 layers done out of 44, and that's given me 2 hours. Yeah, it's given me so much footage. I'll put it on the screen where you can actually see it. So we got 2 hours and 28 minutes worth of footage. So that's quite a lot. But we've got pretty far. We've got through most of the. I think we've got through the difficult. Well, actually, I don't think we've got through the difficult stuff yet. But I think we got through most of it. So here it is in the game. So I've just updated that on Twitter. Yeah, we're getting there. It's once we get to this bit, I think that'll be a little bit easier. I guess. I don't know. I was kind of hoping I could get to there today, but it's just knackering me out. I need to have a rest. I think. Yeah, I just need to sit down. Yeah, we're getting there. At least we've got through, we've got past the midway point. Well, I say it's a midway point. It's definitely not the midway point. This point here, this middle bit of it. So I would have liked to get to, like, one of these ones, which is just trailing by the guns or something. I don't know, that'd be nice, but not going to happen. I just know it's not. So anyway, I've got a couple more layers to do. I mean, you can see how it quickly will be, certainly, like, it gets smaller and smaller. So you get a triangle there, and the next one after that, it's got a smaller triangle. Well, actually, it's got a really weird shaped triangle. And then it gets smaller and smaller, and it starts building up and up. So we've got those bits to do next, which will be fun. But yeah, quite tired. God damn it, weather. Actually, somebody did say, oh no, that's the problem is I'm in a different version of Minecraft at the minute. So yeah, all I'm going to do for the rest of the evening is do some editing, because I've got some other videos as well to do. I think I've got all of them in there though, haven't I? No. Oh, that's the current one. So yeah, I've got some editing to do, and finish up all of that, as well as I think I've got some folktale to do technically, so I might have to just name that and all that kind of stuff, and just do some cleaning up. And then I'll tackle this tomorrow, and I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow, even though it'll be obviously straight after this little video clip. But yeah, we're getting there. We'll see how it goes. Alright guys, so we're latest quick update to this kind of like behind the scenes thing. So we're doing pretty good. I'm just about, so I've kind of like pushed through today quite a lot. So it's the 21st, it's the next day. Usually I don't get these done in 2 days at all, but I kind of want to push it before I go back to work. I've had like the last week off. So Thursday I built it. Friday I was just recording it just straight for ages yesterday. So I'm pretty tired from that. And today still going, and it's now, you know, it's almost 8 PM really. So kind of like the same time as yesterday. But yeah, still going. 13.5 hours of recording in total that I've kind of like taken to do this. But I'm going to try and get it finished hopefully by today, so I might be editing a little bit tonight. I'm going to also show you guys in this behind the scenes the editing part of it, or at least snippets of what I have to do for editing for this. It's not actually too bad. I wouldn't say. It's just there's a lot of footage because we've literally got, what is it, 4 hours 8 minutes so far. So maybe add an extra half an hour onto that to get it done. Maybe. So that's probably a couple hours. So I might end up doing it still recording tomorrow. We'll see. Hopefully not. Hopefully I can get it done. I think I can get it done. But what else? I don't know. I don't know what else. So yeah, if I can get it out, get it all like edited and everything for that day. Go back to work on Monday. So I work Monday to Friday. And because I'm going back after leave, I think it's going to be quite heavy. So I really don't want to be recording it in the evening. And I'll render it probably over Monday night or Monday during the daytime. We'll see. It depends. I think it's going to take a long time. I think it's going to... The longer the video, to let you guys know, the longer the video, the longer it will take to render. So it could take... It could take a day to render. It could take like 20 hours, like 24 hours. And I think it probably will. Especially with full HD. It just does. You know, you are essentially... you've essentially got like 200 gigs worth, well, in this case 282 gigs worth, so probably about 300 gigs worth of footage that you're then applying certain things to and then doing it. So it's going to take a good day. So I'm going to try and aim for the Saturday 28th, which if you guys are watching this, then you know if I've actually met that or not. But that's part of what's in the behind the scenes. So that's my aiming date to get everything sorted by, like edited. Well, obviously I haven't finished recording it. Recorded, edited, and uploaded, and all that kind of stuff as well, because it's going to probably take another day, maybe even 2 days. With the big videos, H44, I think I had to wait 3 days before it actually got into full HD mode. So yeah, and I want it full HD, 60 frames a second before I actually make it go live and actually put it public. Otherwise you just get, you know, it's like, well, if you had like a 5-hour video or 4-hour video, 4.5-hour video, and it was just like really terrible quality, then it's so difficult to build to. So I'd rather wait than do that. So yeah, if I can get it done, yeah, if I can go for Monday or even Sunday night going into Monday, because I'm at work, I won't need the PC, so I might do that. If I can get it done, edited by Sunday, then I can be rendering overnight and also in the day. I'll probably need my PC again on Monday night to do some more recording. So that's the problem. It does affect recording, because I can't really record while I'm rendering, otherwise it just dies. So yeah, let's show you guys what I've got in game as well as part of this. So I'll just put that picture up because it gives you. Yeah, I actually changed it. I was doing like the over the top ones, but pretty close. Got to this stage, which is layer number 32 according to my pieces of paper. Gone through a ton of paper as well, doing notes, but I think this is pretty good. You know, it's so big that on normal render distance you can't get to the end of it. There you go. So if you sit in the middle, you can see it. But yeah, it's pretty good. I'm pretty happy. I'm kind of liking this bit as well. Oh, it's got glowstone in there. I was wondering why it was lighting up. Let's get rid of these. We don't need these underneath it. God. There you go, that's better. Nice and dark. Right, so if we put that in there, I still quite like that as a beam. And I also need to switch this out for light grey. Why is my middle click not working properly? Oh dear, that's not good. Right. My middle click is not working. No, it's not. So I might have broken my mouse as well. During the recording of this, I've broken my mouse. I really hope not, but it doesn't seem to be working at all. Oh, I can't know, it's raining. See, I've got just the bridge to do. So we'll see how that goes. It's still like 12 layers, but once I get to, you know, like the top part, I mean, oh god, I freaking hate weather in Minecraft. I really do. I wish there was just like a turn it off forever. I know there is in video settings, there is like Details, clouds, or water default. No, there's something. There's something. Rain and snow. You can turn it off, but it doesn't work right. It really doesn't. And shaders. I'm pretty sure that shaders show it up. What's going on here? Wow. Okay. So Minecraft's deciding to bug out as well. Really deciding to bug out. Okay. So that's not good. But yeah, we'll see kind of how it all goes. I think this is still going to be challenging, but we've got through. This bit was really, really difficult. It's taken me so long. I had to get so many different screenshots. Now this is probably going to get me stuck, isn't it? No, it's fine. But yeah, I'll keep on going. I'll show you guys after I've got probably the next time I'll do the part of this behind the scenes will be when we've got the whole thing finished. I'll kind of talk to you guys after I've finished it. So yeah, and stuff. And then we'll get on to the editing stage. So yeah, let's get on to that.